Well, hello again. We're going to do a little more programming here, or actually maybe just playing with Nix. But um, in the in my last session, um, I was playing around with setting up this nix-shell, and I'm curious about a couple of things to start with. Well, my primary goal is going to be to make sure that we can link in libraries when we need to here. But before I dive straight into that, I want to experiment a little bit with that shell.nix file. I'm curious, I know when it's shell.nix, I can just do nix shell and it will find it. And, right, so we know we're in a nix shell. I know that, right, so let's actually do that again. If we look at the path, we're going to see we still have, at the end here, we still have our old Debian information that is, that we just have the nix stuff prefixing it, right? And I know that if I do peer, right, we get uh, echo path again. Oops. Oops. We no longer have the Debian information, right? It's just the pure Nix environment. Okay. We know when we're in the pure Nix environment that if I make this and then take a look at not the source, I want to look at the output, we can see that it is, of course, linked to the Nix system libraries, right? So, but a couple questions. Does it have to be named shell.nix for it to work automatically? So if I move it to something like, oops, move shell to env .nix, all right? And if I do nix shell, right, so now, okay, so it does need to be shell.nix. Answers that question. To shell, was it? Yep, shell.nix. Okay, so that is answered. Now, I know that I can use dir env to automatically load the nix shell when I enter into this directory. So, but what I want to do is sudo apt-get. So right now I'm using the Debian dir env. Sudo apt-get. Is it remove or uninstall? It's remove, I think. Sudo apt-get remove dir env. Yep. And instead, I want nix-env install dir env. So we'll have the most current, right, dir env installed. So this is a curiosity, has Nix, the new Nix packages released. Might have already done it. Nope. Looks like they're planning for, at least according to this. I don't get the two different dates here. I think it's just comments from different people. Oh, there it is, release schedule. So 25. Okay, so 0523 is the intended planned release. Okay. So I'll get to do an update when that time comes. Okay, so we have so that's just the digest from Bash being wrong, which is uh, uh, hash-r. Oh, I wonder if I have completion stuff that is in. Oops. Yes. Um, there might have been a reason that I left this on. So I just want to restart that shell. Which. Okay, so now it's got the right one. It doesn't seem to be complaining. Now what we need is I want the dir-env to pick up the nix-shell automatically when I drop into the directory. Yeah, I don't want that. How do I? What did I end up here with? Some add. So dir-env nix-shell. There we go. I think this is it. From the top level directory in the project, use nix is all I need to put in there in the so it goes in the envarc and there we go. So while I'm in this folder, automatically would switch to so I'm automatically in my Nix environment, which is probably what I want. But I want to see if I can do that in Pure. So dir-env use nix pure. Ooh, nice. So it says there that all I have to do is now I probably don't really so like I'm not sure that I really want this because of course I'm going to lose access to okay, I didn't lose access to Vim because so how can I list what's installed? List nix list nix env installed packages. Nix envq. So yeah, my Vim is part of my maybe we'll see. What I was thinking is that I would lose access to too much of my normal tool, or the normal installed stuff. But reality is I can just remove it from the Debian install and start putting it into my per project shells. Okay, so right now, if I look at what do I want to look at? Make bin demos up to date. Okay, so if we make clean and make an LDD bin demo, of course we see what we expect. Now the thing to notice right now is that we're not linking to any external libraries. What I'd like to try and do is say that, hey, we want lib cat shell. So I had listed it before as libyaml. Now the thing I'm not so comfortable with it, but I do kind of know that when you have these native builds and you list these things in here, it makes the development version of these available. But what I want to do right now is how do you make comments in Nix language? Okay. Comments. So it looks like, no, yeah, so it looks like I should be able to say, I just want to comment this out for a moment. And the reason I want to comment it out is because I first want to see a failure. So if I want to build something, so how do I specify I'm linking the library? It's probably -l something. The other previous video, I said I hadn't done any C programming for, so that's the includes in the headers. So it's just -l, yeah, that's what I thought. So -l, want to see if it finds those. So I got an error. Clearly not to link you, blah, 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 libyaml. Now, does the error go away? Oh, no, I bet you. So I didn't redo the shell. Okay, so I'm going to leave this manual for the time being. So, I don't know if either of those, I bet you it's like bash. There we go. So at the moment, I'm not in the shell. make clean, make, so in Debian, libyaml does the package libyaml dev just have the header files? And then libyaml? I never really thought about that before. But for now, let's just do this in the nix-shell. So again, it can't find libyaml. Sometimes you can ask really stupid questions on the internet and get an answer. I'm pretty sure I could dump it in a lib folder right alongside me, but it's how do I... okay, so let's just do this at the command line. Well, first, okay, so first we'll install it. We'll try to manually get it to work. Okay, so make clean make. So it tells me it can't find it, although I'm fairly certain it's installed. And what we're doing right now is this. Actually, I'm going to change it around a little bit. We're going to do bin demo and -l and source main.c. Can't find it. Okay, so let's come back out. Yeah. And do it in Debian. Again, can't find it. So I'm just picking this file because I know it exists from building Ruby all the time, and isn't automatically included. So we're just getting rid of some stuff not being used. Clean up the system a little here. Is already the newest version. So if I go back, cannot find. Do I have to? Okay, so let's ask a dumb question. Linux, GCC, dynamic link library. So LD path should be doing what I need right now, right? So if I echo LD path, LD library path, that's interesting that it's blank. If I am in the nix-shell, what is it? It again is blank. So this is going to be a dumb video because I'm just going to be fumbling around. So if I do package, if I do package config, so it should be able to tell me where. So if I do package config, libs, you should add the directory containing libyaml pc to the package config path environment variable. Okay, so right now I'm inside the nix-shell. I didn't expect this to go sideways. Well, that ain't gonna do it. Oh, it does actually work. Oh, that's because I'm in a shell that's not. That's the Debian stuff. But let's exit out of this shell. And I can see, okay, in the lib folders, the package config stuff is there for libyaml. And so earlier, what I did was package config libs for, see right here, it's YAML. Package YAML was not found in package config search path. Perhaps we should add the directory containing. Okay, so I'm going to brute force this a little here. I just want the directory. And then oh, do I even have package? I must have package config sudo apt. Yeah, I had it installed on the Debian side. Okay, so I know where libyaml is. It's right here. So if I at the make file so I could see this again. So if I gcc bin demo, that library source main.c. Oops. Knows user bin ld cannot find. How is it that, for example, so let's just put this in the library search path is I think what I'm doing here. Oh, that worked. LDD bin demo, or it appeared to work. Maybe it just shakes it out because we don't actually use it. See if we can find how to use libyaml. I just need to like make a single call into it, I'm sure, to okay, let's start by including enough. So it really is just standard IL lib and string. Okay. So I think, well, let's see how minimal we can get here, right? So it shouldn't overthink us too much. So if we define that, the only thing we have to pass is the emitter. And where do we see emitter again? So pretty much in every call, where's the last time we see it? YAML emitter, delete emitter. That should be enough, I would think. So we initialize it and then we delete it. I'm guessing. Okay. User include. So if we try to make it right now, oh, that's right. I gotta at least make that change in the make file. So the change was becomes user I don't quite get why the default, I would have expected the LDD environment variable to hold, or to actually hold this path already. I mean, that's just me being naive. Oh, did I say this earlier? I did talk about having used Linux or writing in C, but the last time I wrote in C was, and not only was it 25 years ago or more, it was on Windows. I never really done any C development on Linux, aside from building a package occasionally. Okay, so why is it telling me? Oh, because I have a leading slash on there. I'm expecting it not to find the header file. Undefined reference to YAML. Undefined reference to YAML, emitter delete. So I'm pretty sure that's a header file problem, right? It's undefined. So let's go back to source, main. Let's just comment those out. Okay, so it builds. Let's give this, is it just, it must be finding this, because if I do this, I'm sure it's going to complain, right? So it is finding this. So lots of boilerplate here. I don't really want to. Okay, so let's do this much. All right, so we got the, we create the emitter. I don't think we're going to need any of that, but we actually set the output file. And then we, oops. Okay, undefined reference to YAML emitter. Okay, so right now I'm doing this GCC, or sorry, I'm doing it in Debian. But if I nix-shell, undefined reference to, so let's go back and look at this. So they're not doing anything but including libyaml. As far as I can tell. So I don't quite, well, you can always ask the internet. It probably won't give me the answer I need, but okay, so it tells me cloning, blah, blah, blah. What did they do here? Is that the test product is not linking to the C libraries? I confirm. Okay, so that's all Swift stuff, which The trick here is to put the library after the module you are compiling. The problem is the referencing. The linker resolves references orders so that when a library is before the module being compiled, the linkers. Oh, is it still okay? So, ah, no. Is it just YAML? Oh my God, it is. So it prefixes the lib part. That's good to know. Save me some time in the future. So now if I ldd bin demo, we can see that we should see, yep, right here. So we are linked against the libyaml in the Nix environment. And if I drop out of this, make clean, make, right? So built again. And if I ldd bin demo, we are linked against the libyaml that Debian is providing us. So still works. And if I nix-shell and make clean, make, actually I want to drop out of this, nix-shell pure, make clean, make, and then ldd bin demo. We have our nice long libyaml path. I wonder what these are. If they're, I don't know what. It doesn't matter. I was thinking for a millisecond there that they might be hashes, but they're clearly too short. Okay, and then if I run it, clear make. Oh, no such file clear. So let's fix this. I want to be able to run these pure and kind of know exactly what's in them. And I think that that is in core utils. Nix. Yeah. Oh, I was going to run it. Everything works. Okay, so let's see if we want to clean anything up here. Now, what should be the default Debian? So it should just be user include and, okay, so if I, okay. So for some reason, it wasn't picking up this default I want to try it out this way. Okay, so actually, let's do this. ls user lib lib 64. I'm just cat make so x8664. So ls user lib x 8664. It's interesting that the Zen is there. Okay. I don't know why it's not picking up that default value. Um, is that the uh, C include path? Is that? I know it's already setting it. My OCD wants me to. Um, right. So I'm setting user that, and then afterwards down here, I'm specifying. So those are the capital I and the capital L. They give me the search pass, and then I have to still include the specific ones. Make. So this is Debian, and doing it again in the nix-shell. It doesn't like it doesn't like me setting the include path. And I didn't have to set it in. So it seems to be okay with this. Okay, so that's the way that it stays. Apparently that's the, I mean, I'm going to end up doing some CMake thing later, and it's going to be completely different. I don't specify it exactly like that, so it doesn't matter to me. Okay, so let's take a look at the make file. This is our make file now. So we know that, I mean, the whole goal of this entire fumbling around was to uh, verify that we can include libraries and that we can limit them to the ones in the pure nix-shell, right? And this works. So I think that so what do we got going here? Oh, the envrc. So let's environment not dumped. Did you invoke? Not sure why it asked that, but I'm betting I can turn off that warning. I'm sure it's something to do with the using nix that's causing it. I don't know. But let's change out and then go back into the C directory, and it of course loads up the shell. And now if I do make clean and make run, everything seems to work. So, oh, does that have to be there? So if I'm in this shell and I go ls user lib x86, that is the Debian stuff, but it's clearly being ignored. Okay, the DR and V thing is just confusing me, so we're not going to do that now. We'll leave that out. So we're going to remove that file. But if I go into nix-shell, and if I make, actually let's back out. If I go into nix-shell pure, and if I do a make clean make, okay, the thing I'm looking at right now is the fact that I am specifying, I'm adding this library to the search path for libraries. So GCC default library search path. So if I, that's on a G++ command, but I'm hoping that, okay, so what it just said was add a, well, certainly a lot of output. Okay, interesting that it's just automatically serving up all these widths. So these must be like the kind of like the default libraries. So let's search for YAML and see the first occurrence of that. So GCC for support to LTO. What I'm curious about is how does it know that, you know, libyaml is in this crazy place? That's where its includes are. And are all these, yeah, these are all just options, more options. And then, okay. I should go through and look at these options, but I wonder if this is here because I added it. In other words, okay, so let's just try that again. Does if I go to the make file, oops. I'm in up here, so I can't. Okay, so that makes just fine on the Debian side. Right. And if I go nix-shell, and if I now make So I don't need to specify the library locations at all here. The default location is being found, LDD demo, LDD bin demo. What I needed before, so I overdid it. What I needed to add before, oh, it was just the order thing. I had to have this after, I bet. Okay. Good to know. And cleaner, right? Because there's nothing specific about either system here then. Quit the shell, get status. Okay, so the only things that have changed are the makefile, the shell nix, and the source main. For now, I'll just leave it as it is. We don't really need the libyaml. Just creates a directory and does the thing. Okay, so I'm good with all that. It just runs it clears the screen and runs the program. So make run. All right. Get status, get add that, get. Oh, I want to take one last look at the shell, vim shell. The only thing we did really is I added core utils and that way if I want to open something in Vim while I'm in the shell. And nix. Okay, so make this. I mean, I don't know. That's a very good description, but make the C builds work. Make builds work with libs in the nix shell. That's good enough. Okay. Stumbled our way through that one, or I stumbled my way through that one. But it looks like I'm able to correctly pull libraries, prepackaged libraries out of the Nix environment or the Debian environment. Both of them work correctly. Okay. In the next one, I think I'm going to look at converting this to being, I don't know how to use CMake, so we'll be learning CMake. I guess that's the way to say it. I want to, make this do a proper CMake style build for basically a Hello World program. Okay, so see you guys later.